Hello and welcome to Grizzly's video, How to Replace Sandpaper on a Disc Sander. This is one in a series of how-to videos we are producing, making it easier for our customers to upgrade and maintain their Grizzly equipment. My name is Kent, and this is Sean, an engineer here at Grizzly.
Hi. Together
we'll show you step-by-step how to remove your old sandpaper, clean the disc surface, and install new sandpaper. We're using a G1183 sander today, but the procedure is the same for any disc sander that uses adhesive-type sandpaper. This video is designed to give you an overview of the procedure and to help you visualize the process. It should be used in conjunction with the written instructions that came with your sander. We recommend you watch this entire video and read these instructions thoroughly before beginning this job. You can also call our technical support at 570-546-9663 if you need further assistance. But most important, follow all shop safety procedures and remember, there are no more important safety devices than these. This type of sandpaper sticks to the metal disc surface using a pressure-sensitive adhesive backing, commonly known as PSA. The items needed to complete this job are a new sandpaper disc, a heat gun, clean shop rags, solvent, denatured alcohol, a plastic scraper, and a piece of scrap wood. As always, the first step is to disconnect the machine from power. On most sanders, the sandpaper can be replaced without having to remove the table or dust ports. But for today's video, we've removed these parts for clarity and ease of installation. To make it easier to remove the old sandpaper, first take a heat gun or hair dryer and gently warm the old paper and disc. This will soften the adhesive and make it much easier to peel off. Starting on the top edge, gently pull the old sandpaper away from the disc. Pull slowly and smoothly to help the adhesive stay on the paper and not on the disc. Turn the disc until all the paper is pulled away and then discard the old paper. With the disc still warm from the heat gun, use a shop rag and some mineral spirits or similar solvent to clean off any adhesive still on the disc surface. Make sure to follow the solvent manufacturer's safety recommendations and wear protective gloves and a mask if required. A plastic scraper may be used to help remove the adhesive if needed. Sometimes with very old or worn sandpaper, the adhesive can become hardened and may remain stuck on the metal disc surface. If this happens, it can be very difficult to remove, so you will want to use a metal scraper or razor blade to remove the adhesive, being very careful not to scratch or gouge the metal disc surface. When all traces of the old adhesive have been removed, wipe the disc using denatured alcohol and a clean rag to prepare the surface for the new sandpaper. Let it dry for a minute or two. Now it's time to install the new sandpaper. First, peel back the protective film on one half of the new sandpaper and fold it against the other half. While keeping the exposed half from touching the disc, carefully position the sandpaper evenly across the upper half of the disc and then press it on to adhere to the disc. Now peel off the protective film from the lower half as you press the remaining sandpaper against the disc so adhesion is complete. To install the paper without removing the table, peel back and fold the protective film as before, and then slip the other half down between the disc and table edge while keeping the exposed half from touching the disc. Carefully position the upper half of the sandpaper evenly across the disc and then press on it to adhere it to the disc. Rotate the disc so the other half is above the table, then peel off the protective film and press the remaining sandpaper against the disc. Whichever method you use, once the paper is on, turn the disc around several times while pressing on the paper to make sure it is completely attached to all parts of the disc. Plug the sander back in and sand a piece of scrap wood to seat the paper. When you're satisfied that the paper is stuck on completely, that's it. Now let's make some sawdust.